Every day, thousands of teens wake up afraid to go to school. Bullying is a problem that affects millions of students, and it has everyone worried, not just the kids on its receiving end. Welcome to Celebrate Michigan. I'm Christy Derry.
And I'm Matt Beiser. Because parents, teachers, and other adults don't always see it, they may not understand how extreme bullying can get.
Today we are going to look at what bullying is and how to spot it and stop it. And later in our show we have a children's book author who is hoping to prevent bullying by teaching kids about it before it starts. Celebrate Michigan. I'm Christy Derry.
And I'm Matt Beiser. With us now is children's book author Maria Dismondy, born and raised in a suburb of Detroit. Maria has an undergrad and a graduate degree from Michigan State, is married, has a daughter, and has written two children's books, Spaghetti and a Hot Dog Bun and The Juice Box Bully. Welcome to Celebrate Michigan.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's talk about your two books. Your first book was Spaghetti and a Hot Dog Bun.
Having the Courage to Be Who You Are. I wrote the book 2 years ago. And what happened was in elementary school I had several incidents where I was teased, and it stuck with me. And the older I got, you kind of grow and you become independent and it kind of goes to the wayside. Well, I went to a wedding a few years ago and I ran into the bully, and he was a normal human being. And so I had the idea, because I've been in the schools for 10 years now, I thought, you know what? This is a way to get out to children and educate children about teasing. I want to write a book, and I'm going to use my experiences to write the first book. And so that's what I did.
Okay, so you kind of have a thing for talking about bullies with children.
I really do. So the book is Having the Courage to Be Who You Are, and that's kind of supposed to be me on the cover. And with the big poofy hair, and one of the things was I was called a poodle when I was little for my hair, and a little boy threw dog bones at me. So all of that is in, but that's what happens. That's the truth. And so that's included in the book. So this book was written to empower the individual, to really teach children to believe in themselves and to be themselves. And so if you have the big poofy hair, love it, and go to school with it, and not to try to change yourself. And recently I co-authored a book with Bob Sorensen and illustrator Kim Shaw, and this book is more focusing on the community. So looking at families and classrooms and what they can do to reduce bullying in schools and out in the culture. So it's really focusing on a positive culture, and so that if a group of people can say, we will not tolerate bad behavior, and they can stand together, it's empowering the bystander. And I heard the other two social workers talking about the bystander, and that is huge today.
So that is the solution to bullying.
Well, they say 85% of bullying is witnessed by bystanders. And there's 1 to 5 bullies, maybe 1 to 5 victims. So why aren't we focusing on that 85%?
So what should the role of the bystander be in a bullying situation?
To speak up. And to speak up, to stand up for others. And if they're afraid to go in the situation, they're afraid to do something, then go get someone who can help.
Mm-hmm. A little about the book, Juice Box Bully. Why a juice box? What was the message about?
Well, with the first title, Spaghetti and a Hot Dog Bun, I must have something about food and drinks.
If you want to put your spaghetti in a hot dog bun, be proud of it.
And it's delicious, right? And I actually did.
I haven't tried it myself.
I actually did when I was little, and I was teased for it, so I encourage everyone to try spaghetti and a hot dog bun.
Okay.
Really, it's just to get to the readers, and it's written for elementary age children, so about 5th grade, and probably into about 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, preschoolers. And so the juice box and the spaghetti and a hot dog bun is just to entice readers.
And do writing your books have anything to do with your daughter? And communicating with the younger generation, the kids?
Well, so I wrote the book, and then I said, how can I even reach more children? So Spaghetti and a Hot Dog Bun has almost 10,000 books in print. So to me, that's 10,000 children and families that I'm making a difference. How can I increase that number? So I started speaking at schools. So I travel around Michigan, and I go into schools and do presentations with the students on bullying. And so I've been doing a ton of research, and going back to what you said about my daughter, I'm learning that it starts early. And the research says that children nowadays are spending so much time in front of the screens, so television, video games, that they are lacking those skills, coping skills, empathy, sympathy. They're not spending as much time with other children in play dates and learning how to deal with situations. And so with my own daughter, I'm really following the American Pediatric Standard right now, is saying children shouldn't watch TV until the age of 2. So I'm really trying to follow what the experts are saying to help empower her.
Whereas a lot of parents might use a TV or a game system as a babysitter sometimes. So that's what we're trying to get away from.
Yeah, so I use language and try to really talk with her and get other children involved in our life so that she has that opportunity.
And is your daughter in school yet?
No, she's 18 months old.
Oh, okay. So she probably doesn't have any bullying problems yet.
Not yet.
Well, thank goodness for that. It starts early.
It does. It does.
So what is the biggest message that you want to for your readers to get from all of these books?
You know, my biggest message goes the same as anyone would say to any age group, is for parents to get involved. Really, for parents to talk to their children and help create a level of trust so that if there is a problem, the child feels open to going to their parent. They're not threatened to go to their parents. And same with teachers, to develop that community in the classroom, in the schools, that children feel comfortable going to an adult and saying, I need help. I can't solve this problem on my own. I need help. I see someone is in turmoil. So I think it's important that people take this seriously.
Mm-hmm. Back to the juice box bully. When did you first come up with the idea and realize that the bystander was such an important
Well,
role
I was
in the whole
approached by
process?
Bob Sorensen at a local conference, and he came to me and said, I have a great idea for a book. I want to write it with you. And I said, let's do it. And so Bob does a lot of speaking around the United States on positive culture, creating that culture. He goes into schools. And so he was a wonderful person to work with because it just took it to that next level for me.
All right, and you have a website if anyone wants to look up
Absolutely.
you or any of your books?
Absolutely. MariaDismondy.com. You can buy signed copies from the website, but they're also available in bookstores and at Amazon as well.
Okay. Real quick, do you have anything else in the works right now or any ideas floating out there?
Well, not yet, but I'm sure it'll be coming.
All right.
All right, that was the juice box bully and spaghetti and a hot dog bun. Keep those in mind for your
Well,
kids.
thank you so much for being on our program
Thanks
today.
for having
It was
me.
nice meeting you.
Thank you.
And I hope that you've come up with a few things to fix any bullying problems in your life.
So tune in next time right here on Celebrate Michigan, where we celebrate together.